So if her motive was robbery, then why didn't she rob him on the first day? She first seen the wallet at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., maybe 8 p.m., maybe 10 p.m. What about 11:59 p.m.? Why didn't she rob him? Because she didn't have an opportunity? Because he was wearing his wallet in his pants? So basically, she didn't rob him because she didn't see an opportunity to do so. Do you think she would have said at 10 p.m., well, I'm just gonna plan to rob him the next day when he's sleeping? Who would plan something like that while you're trying to rob somebody at 10 p.m., 11 p.m.? You wouldn't plan for the next day because you still had this day to go through. So it didn't make sense because she could have just robbed him the first night. So you mean to tell me that, so that doesn't make sense. So if she ended her night at 11:59, let's say, do you think after trying all day for opportunity to rob him, that when 11:59 struck, that she said her last attempt, oh, you know what? There's no opportunity today. Maybe he didn't go to sleep, that's why. So the final hour of the first night, whichever time it is, 3 a.m., 12 p.m., do you think she would say, well, I didn't have an opportunity to rob him the first night, so I'm just gonna kick back until the second night in the evening when he's sleeping and then rob him? Who would plan something like that when obviously the motherfucker didn't go to sleep or he didn't make himself available to rob? So why would someone say, I'm gonna rob him the second night when they're failing the first night? Does that make sense, or do I have to reference it some more? So let's say 11:59 was the last attempt she tried to do it before she said, you know what, there's no, like, he just wasn't sleeping that first night. So she must have been frustrated like a robber wants to get the wallet. So no robber is going to have that frame of mind and then just pause and put it on the calendar for the second night to rob when he's sleeping, when that moment she's failing. Like she basically like, oh, I can't rob him right now, so I'm just gonna rob him tomorrow night. Like, how does she, like, no one's that patient to fucking wait until fucking the next day, 15, 16 hours on a fluke, meaning that she's not even sure that motherfucker's gonna go to sleep, meaning that she would be like frustrated. That's what I'm trying to say. Like nobody can just say, oh, I'm trying to rob this guy, and then, you know, he's not making himself available, but I know I'm just gonna say, like, I'm just gonna kick back and wait until like tomorrow evening and rob him. So do you think a wallet is that she wanted that wallet that bad that she can be able to endure and say, you know what, I can't rob him today, and just kick back for 16, 15 hours? No, she would still try at if she went to sleep, she would still wake up, and she will wake up at 5 a.m. and she would still want to try. How can someone just kick back after and say, you know what, oh, I'm gonna rob him tonight? If she was to do that, you can say she was in a controlling frame of mind. If she could say, oh, I'm going to rob him tomorrow night, then you can say that she's pretty much comfortable. If she's pretty much comfortable, no robber's going to wait 15, 16 hours to rob. That means she was in control, and if she came for a date or whatnot, and then if she wanted to rob him and didn't find an opportunity, she would have walked out. No one's going to wait 15, 16 hours. That's my point. So, she didn't rob him. She didn't walk out. Obviously, she didn't rob him because she didn't have an opportunity to rob him because he was always around her. He was, he didn't make himself available. So if she couldn't rob him because he was around her, then obviously she couldn't make a run for it because he was obviously around her. And you gotta put yourself in her shoes. So if you ever ran from somebody, you would know. Like, from people say, well, how come she didn't just run? Like, when you run from somebody, you got to make sure that you have enough time to run, because you don't want any confrontation. You want to run where the theory of being scared is you want to run and make sure that you don't get caught, because if you get caught in your mind, it's like you're dead. So from that little house, you can see why she didn't run. Like, I put myself in her shoes. Like, the motherfucker could be on the upstairs in the last bedroom. Like, for me to run and clear the whole area in an unknown street, I think he would have caught up to her. So that's why she didn't run. And she wasn't. It's not a serial killer that she's with, so that's the reason why I don't think she had enough time to run. So, after trying and looking for opportunity the first night, all the way down to the last hour of the first night, she must have felt helpless. When she still looked for opportunity and couldn't find one, the day ended, the night ended, and I can sympathize for her, because she must have felt like shit, trapped. From that moment on, if the last attempt you made for the night and you couldn't do it, that means the next day, like, it's no more playing around. The next day is a do or die. Like, you are fucking trapped. Like, the next day you have to guarantee that you had enough time to make a run for it. So if you didn't the next day, that means she didn't love herself. That means she was comfortable with that surrounding. But the fact that she chose to shoot him in the middle of the night is actually proof that that's the frame of mind she chose, because she had to make a guarantee that she had enough time, and that was perfect to shoot him in the middle of the night, because anything else would not have been enough time. Because, I mean, you have to be really far away in order to run like that. So if I was trapped the first day and I'm like, fuck, feeling helpless and like, and love myself, and I've got to make sure that I'm like, I have enough time to run. Like, any juror could see after the first night of not being able to get out that, hello, you're trapped. Just like when you're in the fucking mountains and you try to make your way out, and then the sun sets, it's like, oh, you're trapped. The next day, you're going to make sure that you have enough time. So the next day, the only way she could make sure she have enough time is if she shot him while he was sleeping. You understand? That's the only way. Okay? Now, if on the second day, if she didn't shoot him on the second day in the middle of the night, if she shot him in the daytime, then it will look like robbery. And I'll even say this: taking a wallet and the guns and a car, that's not really robbery. If you notice, like, people when they kill somebody or they watch even movies, like when they kill somebody, they take the cash because in their frame of mind, they know that they're gonna be on the road, on the run. So grabbing a quick cash and stuff, that's not really robbery. Guns are just easy to grab. A car, they need transportation. If she would have grabbed something away from the area, like in the closet, and did a little ransacking, then you can say, you know what, her motive was robbery, because she had to have shot him in his sleep to get enough time so she could ransack the house, because no one's gonna shoot somebody while they're standing up, because and then have to ransack, because that's too confrontational. Because if you shoot somebody when they're standing up, you don't know how many bullets it's gonna take to drop him completely flat, and he had to be completely flat before you take his eyes off his ass and do some ransacking. Okay, so nobody's gonna shoot somebody while they're standing up, especially a 16-year-old girl. They're gonna shoot them while they're sleeping, because they that's the only way to ensure that he's like dead, okay, with one shot, so they can do the ransacking. So since there was nothing ransacked on the outer area, that shows that when she shot him in sleep, that the only reason she shot him was to have enough time to make a getaway. And people say, well, why don't you just run for it? Because when you get out of bed, it makes that chilling noise where they might wake up. So we're not playing any chances with our lives with her. I mean, the juror will understand, like they will understand after the first night, okay, after the first night when she felt trapped, then the juror should understand that she's trapped at that moment. So when she's trapped, like, she needs to decide and do whatever she needs to do to get out. If that means pulling a bullet in his head to have enough time, then that's perfect. That was perfect. There's be no other way from that little house. Anyways, the way I said it, for sure she would have got him. But they need to rephrase some of my words. And people think that after she shot him and while he's sleeping and she gets up, she's a prostitute. People can shoot somebody, finish that, see that, oh, I need to be on the run, grab the wallet, grab the gun, and grab the car. It doesn't mean that's robbery. They do that all the time in a movie. Someone can shoot somebody with gangbang or some other stuff and then grab some of the things that they need, like the basic stuff like water, like pocket change. But if she would have took a ring or something, then you can see the difference. That's robbery. It's a little bit different. You gotta be like kind of understanding, like, so grabbing the wallet, and besides, she's a hooker, so a hooker can shoot somebody, snap out of it, and still be a hooker and see money and know that, oh, I need money, and grab the money and then go right back into being shocked and stuff, and grab the car and leave. So, like, this is like a fucking easy case to win. Seriously. So they have to reference the part that there was nothing taken on the outer area, because people, if you have to think about it, if you want to rob somebody and there was a printer there that you had to, or something in the closet that you had to ransack, like, you wouldn't fucking just go up to that guy and just say bang and shoot him, because when you shot him one time, you don't know if it takes 1 bullet or 5 bullets or 10 bullets to actually make him completely like dead. And you would have to like watch him when his eyes are rolling behind his head and he's scrambling. Like, you have to watch all of that stuff until he's completely dead, and then do the ransacking. Like, no robber is gonna fucking do that. Like, even the toughest robbers, they cannot just fucking shoot somebody like boom 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 and do all of that horrific things in close quarters, and then say, okay, now it's time to ransack. like a 16-year-old girl, she wouldn't be able to do it. She can do it the other way, where he's sleeping and put one in his head and then go do the ransacking. But since there was nothing taken on the outer area, so it only draws one conclusion. Then she shot him because she had to make a getaway. It's fucking simple. Anyways, I'm not sure if I should load this video, but I'm kind of out of breath, but I need to change a few of those words, but you guys get my point. There's nothing, people think that it's everything's natural. Like when she killed him, it's like she needed the pocket change. So don't think that's robbery, because no one shoots somebody in the middle of the night for a fucking wallet. Like she would have, nobody does that. You have to go by steps. She did it, she killed him because she's trying to make a getaway and have enough time. And then the wallet, she needs the wallet because it's only $100-something. I mean, fuck. This fucking attorney is a truck. I'm thinking about, if he would have looked at my theory of it with his words, like he would have got her scot-free. I promise you that. And especially the point where if her motive was robbery, if she ransacked the fucking closet or whatever, then something was taken, then she would have been like in trouble. Thank goodness she only took the gun and the wallet, which those are the things that normally robbers would take, fucking simple things. But if she would have took his necklace and all that stuff, yeah, that's robbery. So you have to draw the reference that a 16-year-old girl is not going to go up to a guy in close quarters and shoot him, because their mind is thinking they don't know how many bullets it's going to take. It's going to be too loud. It's going to be bang, 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 like dead yet motherfucker, bang, bang, bang. And that's just too horrific for a 16-year-old girl, let alone the gangsters to do. And it's just too sloppy. So nobody would do it that way. Nobody. Okay? They would do it that stick-up way and shoot somebody if they're just going to take a wallet. But since that way we can like cross out. So the only way left is when she's in the bed. So if she's in the bed, if she would have shot him, if there was something searchable in the closet or whatever, then that's why she did it. But since there's nothing searchable and she only took the immediate things, then the only other way is the correct way. That she was trying to make a getaway, and a clean getaway, and she had to wait until his ass was asleep, and to guarantee it that she didn't get trapped or he wake up, she had to put a bullet in his head. So that's the truth, and that's the only logical way. And everybody, and no juror will convict her if you say it right after the first night. If she felt she had no more chances to escape the first night, then after that feeling, the first night, like, you can't expect her to just lay there and think, oh shit, well I can make it the second night. Like, she's feeling trapped. So like the second day, it's the do or die. The second day, like, no matter what, my brain will tell me like, fuck that, I'm not staying here the second day. Like the second day, like, your brain's racing, your brain's giving you solutions, and your brain better tell you the solutions is to shoot him, because that's the only way you're gonna guarantee to clear enough time from him, from that little house. Like, why would you take chances with your life? You know what I mean? Like, you would need to have, like, the house is too small. He would have to be like way in the fucking backyard in order to fucking run. And I still wouldn't take no chances. So no juror would too. If you don't believe me, if you have a daughter or your son, try being somewhere in the house and let them run out to a car of someone and see if you can't catch her. Of course you can. Anyways, bye.